Hey there, I'm Mike Dunn with Gaming Trend, and we're here at Gen Con 2023 at the Rollacrit booth with Aaron, and he's got something really special to show us this year.
That's
Aaron,
right.
what do you got here?
Well, we have the brand new and approved bag of holding by Rollacrit. This has been a very sought out and experimental process for us to get this redesigned, reimagined, and strengthened. And so this is going on Kickstarter August 28th. And we are super excited to roll this out and to continue the community building it has been building as the bag of holding brand has really kind of pushed out. What do you want to see?
I want to see what kind of awesome features this has, because I'm familiar with previous versions of bag of holding. In fact, I have one or two myself.
All right.
And I've always enjoyed how flexible and how many pockets and how many really just sensible things for the discerning nerd you include in these things.
That's right.
Bag. So I have no doubt that you have blown out all the stuff.
The history has been, what we wanted to do is put an exclamation point at the end of the sentence and make this the final everything that anybody can ever imagine. So
the apotheosis.
There you go.
Yes.
Fancy.
Yeah.
So fancy. All right. So starting from a handle that's reinforced all the way down to the weird things you see hanging on the sides that is so crazy that we added. It's the durability and strength was what we focused on for this redesign. Anything that we would actually want ourselves, things that we saw as comments, posts, and experience that we had from working with previous versions, is really what we wanted to kind of address. Starting with the poster tube holder or playmat holder on the sides, so you have external holders, so you don't have to go into your bag to get your drinks. We have a drink holder on the side. You can also clinch the bottom of this one and turn it into a second drink holder if you're like super thirsty and you need super hydration. We have customized zippers. We have new little pull tabs that will show your geekdom as well.
Lovely,
because
lovely.
The bag of holding isn't just for gamers, and that I want to be very clear about. This is a full geekdom from soup to nuts here. Starting with
discerning nerd.
Oh, discerning nerd.
That's my catchphrase now.
So starting with the customization of the pulls all the way to the strap. This is the base strap that you'll be getting. Now all of what you're seeing is still prototype. So there's some stuff that still needs to be changed on here for final production, but we wanted to bring this to the show so everyone can see it physically and feel it. The quality's still going to stay the same, but we'll have different straps that we offer as well, so that if you're a computer nerd, if you're a video game nerd, any of these geekdoms that you have, you can take over with, showing that off in your strap, personalization. We also, and I don't have it here because the prototype is still coming through, but we have another strap we'll be doing that's almost a bandolier that's going to have Velcro on it from the con bag of holding, where you're going to be able to earn merit badges.
Nice.
So now you have Geekdom merit badges that you can earn from us by coming to our booth when we're around certain places. You can come by doing things on our social platforms. It's never a badge you can buy. It's just a badge that you earn. Now you don't need to just get them from us. You can also work in your group of games. So if you're if you're with your game group and you want to come up with some sort of patches, we encourage that as well, so that you can fill them up and show your geekdom from there.
Now I was actually thinking of that when the con started, that I should have brought a bandolier to put 5-hour energy drinks in, right? That seems like something that needs to happen.
That's a really good idea. Everyone's gonna be tackling, Oh my gosh. So we have new lining. Everything is D20, even though, it's still the origins of the bag of holding. So we want to keep that going on in there. We went from the magnetic clasps to just normal snaps. Because this bag is now 1 inch thicker, so that you can fit even more. It's our holdier. That's what we're saying. I think it's the word we're using. Holdier bag of holding. You still have all the pockets in the world in here. Pen holders, pockets in the front, something so it's easy accessible. You also have the other section where you have more of closed areas. These are all Velcro. But we kept everything canvas and this thick, heavy-duty canvas, so that it's stretchable and you can kind of make this mold into whatever you wanted to. The zippers are also custom designed, and the zippers themselves are self-lubricating zippers, which is a fancy way of saying that these things don't break. And they get better as you use them in time. Before, the old zippers would kind of get caught or they would split after time. These are triple seamed and really expensive, or well, they are very expensive, but they're the best ones you can get on the market. And so I'll have you tug at this with all of your strength.
That's not really.
No, I want you to try to break this.
So I don't have much strength.
Oh. So this is.
Look at these spindly arms, dude. Come on.
We can do it together. So these
5 nerds couldn't do
It's a weird way to test it, but we would get the bag prototypes in and literally rip them apart.
Nice.
Take it back and show the factory all of the places that we ripped so they can replace it. And to a point where we are now to the point where we're at, where we can launch it and feel confident that there is no way you can even fit enough in this bag or carry anything heavy enough that'll ever tear this.
Nice.
You have the main huge section, which is obviously as huge. You have a small little pocket and inside pockets as well for quick grabbing.
I particularly love these inside pockets. Whenever I have a bag, I tend to like slide little things into the sides that are right where these pockets are. So perfect.
And you can fit tons of stuff in here. Now, again, this isn't a game bag where you have a huge backpack. You carry all these different games in here.
Right.
However, you can carry a standard size board game. There's this hot new board game, Here's Barcadia.
Oh.
Can you grab me Here's Barcadia?
I think I've heard of it.
I mean,
nice.
Yeah, this is a 12 by 12 by 5 game, and you still have tons. Yeah. And you still have tons of room. You could put more books in the front. You could put more things on the side.
Nice.
And so, just to give you kind of what it looks like. So put stuff into the bag.
For the cups, and then you can put the cups right there.
There you go. Yeah, and we have the lids for the cup.
There you go.
So, to get back into the back, another thing that was missing was book bag straps. Now, in other iterations, there were book bag straps. They would get torn off, and it was a big CS problem, and there's all these issues. So they were eventually kind of fell off. That to me is crazy. Right. This needs to come back, and it is coming back.
Nice.
So now, if you don't want to wear it as a messenger bag because it's getting too heavy, throw it in your back. These are also triple stitched from inside, so there is no way you could tear these things apart with the amount you can fit in the bag. And then you also have the same pocket in the back with the same clip. You can hide these away if you just want to use a messenger bag very intuitively. So you just shove that in here. And then there's a little pocket in here that you can just shove that back into. So you don't have to worry about straps hitting you while you're carrying your messenger bag. And that stays in here. Every single element as well is made of metal rather than plastic. Everything is, again, triple and cross stitched, so you don't have to worry about any of that stuff tearing. And then...
Oh, what's this?
We reinforced the bottom.
Nice.
There's almost like a plastic inside, so if you set it into water, things like that.
So we can get a good look at it.
So
That's lovely.
If you do set it into something, it's not waterproof. However, that is a thing that, to me, is very important, is trying to make sure it's weather resistant as much as we can.
Right.
But as a canvas bag that we wanted to keep it, it's hard to do that because canvas is not weather resistant.
Yeah, you can't really do that without applying wax or something. Right?
That's right, and that's only lasts for about 2 years max.
Right.
And the process is very expensive. And so though we wanted to reinforce all of this, we wanted to keep it the price attainable, but also wanted to make sure that we hit everything on the head so that we don't have any kind of CS issues or any kind of problems with this bag ever, because we want this to be the everlasting bag.
Yes.
So, what I like doing is we added a rain sock to the bag. So that just comes included, and it comes in a hidden spot because rain can come suddenly, and you don't know when it's going to come. You don't want to rifle through your bag looking for something. So
it's like the hidden passage behind the bookcase version for a bag.
It's a pocket for anything.
Yes.
But it will have the rain sock in here. They will cover the entire bag.
Nothing illegal, though. Do not put anything illegal in.
You know, you have to, that's what I was trying to say in a nice way.
Yeah.
Dice. You can put a lot of dice there.
Yes. It's definitely not illegal dice.
And straps often broke. There is nothing that is going to break this at all. The seatbelt straps, this is made of a seatbelt nylon.
I thought that felt familiar.
So it's softer, than a normal seatbelt, but it's as strong as a seatbelt, so you don't have to worry about the strap material itself. But when it comes to the actual bandolier, this is almost like a carabiner that you can kind of hang off of a mount from.
Right.
So this is excessive.
That's part of the testing you're doing.
Yeah, we broke 7 different versions of this until the factory laughed at us and when we picked this one. And then also reinforce this whole area where it came to the sides, because this is the only part that it could have failed because we couldn't break this metal. So we ended up breaking this, and then that got repaired 3 times.
Wow.
Now it's invincible.
Okay.
So
we put a lot of...
We put a year and 2 months into it so far.
And wait, there was one zipper here. I'm assuming this is a laptop sleeve.
You're jumping right into it.
I know. I didn't want you to forget it.
Oh, don't worry. So we have the laptop area. This laptop can fit a 1997 laptop, gaming laptop in here. It is enormous. My laptop falls down here, but you can get an Alienware 17-inch in here, no problem.
Nice.
I don't know what the biggest laptop is now, but that used to be one of them.
Yeah.
And you don't have to worry about that. In other versions of this, there's just padding on the front and some in the back. Yeah. Now there's padding on the bottom and on the corners, because the corners of your laptop are where it's going to break.
That's you know, I've had a lot of laptop bags and no one does that. I don't understand.
So angry.
I don't understand.
I don't know either.
You're going to drop that bag on the floor inevitably.
It's just it's a very expensive process to manufacture.
Yeah.
So I get it, but at the same time, it's not, you can't use it.
Yeah.
There's a place to put any peripherals you have, and then also your charger if you want to put that up here as well.
Excellent.
So we have that little section, so you can keep all of that in the same area. And then the last thing that I really want to point out is there's a lot of holes in corners. If you look at old versions of this bag, you'll see holes in corners, and that's usually where they die. This is reinforced here underneath of this. And then this material here is on top as well, and on the seams, so that you cannot damage your corners. If you're putting a lot of RPG books in here or things like that that end up pointing, like pointy areas, this will never rub off. This is also invincible.
Wow.
So this is the last version of this bag that will ever need to exist because of the strength and durability of this. We care about product more than anything, and we want to make sure that if we're putting our name on it, it is going to be something that will last forever. We make Here's of Arcadia completely out of plastic. It is a family heirloom. This is also the next family heirloom product we have.
Nice. And this is going to be on Kickstarter towards the end of the month, the 22nd?
28th.
28th, sorry.
Yep.
Right at the end of the month, pretty much.
That's right, yeah.
What can this... all right, first question. How much are you, if you get back to Kickstarter, how much is this bag?
For the bag, the base game of the bag, or the base tier of the bag is $125. Everything we're doing is making sure that the customer gets the best price, right? So anyone who's backing the Kickstarter is going to be cheaper than our retail version of the bag. Just because we're looking, when we use Kickstarter, we actually need it funded. We're self-ran. We don't have publicly traded money.
Yeah.
And so this is a real Kickstarter.
And
this isn't a Kickstarter either that's just trying to get a goal funded within 4 hours. We'll have a real goal to make sure that we can actually fulfill this bag and make sure that everything goes as smooth as possible through that time, and make sure that we're really getting this into the hands of the people that have wanted this and because it's been out for so long, and the best version of it. So there's been a void, right? And we see some old ones on the show floor, which is really good. But they're excited to see that they're very protective of them.
Oh yeah.
And now they get to see this version. I'm like, well, this is the last version you ever need to get. And so we want to replace the bags that people still have, but also for any of the people, we just had some people stop by that always missed it, and now they'll be able to back it. So this is the time to do it.
There's a whole new generation of bag holders.
They never had a chance.
That need a bag of holding.
That's right.
Right? Can you tease anything like stretch goals or any fun stuff?
Well, at least I showed you about the bandolier. That we have never talked about in any press ever, and that's still something that we're waiting for the prototype for.
Nice.
We have some other accessories. We'll have a deluxe shoulder pad that we have some prototypes for, but of course I didn't prepare them for this video. But I have that. We also have 2 that will connect to a pouch. And so that's a pouch that's like a badge holder pouch. So if you're going to a con, you have a pouch that you can keep things readily accessible.
Oh, that's kind of like what was on the con version of the bag.
That's correct. So with this pouch, it holds. I have a brand new Samsung Note or whatever they're called, which is one of the bigger phones you can get with a case on it, and that fits in there. So we wanted to make sure it fits the biggest phone you could put in there, and a slim battery charger.
So you can put, what do they call them, phablets?
Yes, you can.
Yes, you can put a phablet in it.
You can. So we have those set up as well. There's some others, and those are all stretch goals. So if we get there, there's stretch goal add-ons.
Right.
The way we do it is if we can get enough of the people to back into it, then we can order enough of the products so that we can ship it out. So that's really how we work on it. But no, we've been very excited to bring this out. We're a tabletop lifestyle brand, and that's what we've wanted to be. We started with the game. We have, apparel for Gen Con. We do a lot of things. We make dice and plush. This is something that's been a passionate project I've wanted to revive for so long, and it's been in conversations before Rollacrit was even a name. And so to have this out I'm just very happy about this.
Well, I mean, speaking for myself, this has been sorely missed.
It has been, and the team that created all of the original versions and stuff like that all endorse it.
Nice.
And so I'm just very excited that that this gets to be released again, and it's very emotional too for us to be able to kind of bring this back out. So I'm very excited that you're covering this as well.
Excellent, excellent. So I imagine you can sign up to get reminded of the Kickstarter.
You can use the QR code.
There's a QR code right here. We'll probably put a link in the thingy.
The thingamajig and the things.
Down below.
And the first 500 backers, and that's why we're trying to push this, the first 500 backers will get a secret gift for being the first 500 backers. It's not just some early bird thing. We're actually going to give a gift. And so with that, there's some other fun stretch goals that are social related and things like that to kind of get the word out.
Excellent.
But yeah, I think we really, with the amount of effort we put into this, I'm really excited to see how it's done.
Nice, nice. Now, when are you hoping to actually get this into the hands of backers? I realize that's a very
that's the math that we're still trying to come up with. But realistically, with how it depends on how well the Kickstarter does.
Yeah.
Because that will mean we need to source more material.
Right.
So if it's what we're thinking and estimating it's going to be, it's probably going to be around early summer of 2024.
Okay. All right. Possibly just in time for next year.
That's what we want, like a heavy con season.
Yeah.
That's our goal, is to get it up by heavy con season.
Awesome. Well, thanks a lot, Aaron. This looks great. I can't wait to get my hands on one. I'm a big fan of the bag of holdings.
Since I showed it to you, you've been,
Yeah, no, I've been bugging him about it for a while. I've been seeing the few iterations of this, and it's looking better and better every time. So yeah, back the Kickstarter and stay tuned to gamingtrend.com for more coverage of bag of holding.